Hi, my name's Max Phillips. I'm a Greens councillor on Marrickville Council, and I'm going to run through the plans that a developer has submitted for a massive development at the corner of Old Canterbury Road and Longport Street in Lewisham. I'll also briefly outline some of the Greens' concerns about the effect this development will have on the surrounding community. This is a photograph of the site. It's where Old Canterbury Road runs under the train line. It's a very busy intersection. At the moment on the site there's some one-storey residential houses. The rest of the site is old light industrial, mostly 1 to 2 storey warehouses. The surrounding neighbourhood is mostly residential houses, again 1 to 2 storeys. This is the location of the development on a map. Now, Marrickville Council has identified the area between Old Canterbury Road and the Old Goods Line as an area with potential for urban renewal, but certainly Council did not have in mind 14-storey towers or a supermarket mall. Indeed, Lewisham has been identified under the Marrickville Urban Strategy as a neighbourhood centre rather than an urban centre containing a lot of retail. So how high is a 14-storey tower? Well, on this diagram you can see that the average house is around 5 metres high. Each level of a residential complex would be at least 3 metres high, which gives you at least 42 metres in height. As you can see, it's quite a difference. When I first heard about this development, I thought about whether there are any buildings of similar size in the inner west. I couldn't think of any buildings of that size in Marrickville. I think the highest we have is around 7 stories. Couldn't think of any in Summerhill or Ashfield, and it's not until you get to Strathfield when you get buildings of comparable size. These buildings are around 14 stories near Strathfield Station. To the south, you have a tall 15-storey building at Sydney Park, and you also have a few taller apartment buildings in the Rocktail local government area. To the east, you have older style residential towers in Redfern, and also more modern residential towers in the Redfern Moore Park area. This is a picture of a 14-storey tower in that new Moore Park complex. This is the developer's plans. You can see on the left you have the 14-storey towers. One is proposed to have 140 flats, the second 126 flats. 12-storey tower in the middle of the development is proposed to have 108 flats, and the two 6-storey towers are proposed to have 90 flats and 60 flats. You can also see in this diagram the retail podium on which all the towers sit, meaning that they're actually higher than the 14 stories once that's taken into account. This is the towers from above. You can see again the 14-storey towers on the left, the 6-storey towers on the right, and the 12-storey tower in the middle. This is the proposed retail mall. You can see the brown area, which is a supermarket of approximately 3,500 square metres, which is a large supermarket. The pink area is a liquor store of approximately 1,500 square metres. Behind the liquor store there's a grey triangle containing the loading dock. The orange area is a fruit and vegetable market, and the blue areas are specialty shops and a cafe. Below that you've got the first level of a multi-level basement car parking. This would provide parking for the 524 units and also for shoppers visiting the supermarket mall. This is from the developer's plans. It's a perspective drawing. Now I find this a bit strange because where the supermarket mall is, there's now a whole lot of trees. The 14-storey towers seem to have miraculously shrunk to 6 stories, and there's no cars on the road. And anyone who knows this area knows that there's always a lot of cars on the road here. This is a diagram from the developer's retail impact study. The blue circles represent current shopping centres. The white area is the potential catchment area for this proposed new shopping centre. Again, this is a little strange that the retail impact study doesn't think that shoppers will come from just over the train line in some hill, or even from the other side of the inner west train line in Lewisham. And we know that when the Marrickville Metro opened a couple of decades ago, it had a large effect on all the shopping strips in the local area to quite some distance. So I find this diagram a little implausible.